Cracking the PT read aloud is not difficult. You just need to follow the correct techniques and also avoid the misleading tricks floating on the YouTube. So today we got some super special topic for you, and I will be sharing the top tips and strategies for the PT read aloud, which will help you to get a 90 score even if your English is not that good. Sounds pretty awesome, isn't it? But before we get into these mind-blowing techniques and simple ones, make sure you hit the subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you never miss out on anything. Welcome back to EduTrenX channel. I am Anurag, your host, and I wanted to show you some techniques that are tried and tested by many of our past and current students, and they are getting a solid score of 90 for the PT read aloud task. Even I tried the same technique in my recent PT attempt and got 90 in the PT speaking section. The big question is, should you read one line or full sentence for read aloud? Well, the answer is not crystal clear. It's important to find the balance. If you are able to read one line perfectly, then you will score high. But can you guarantee saying everything perfectly in the first sentence? I guess not, right? What happens when you get a few difficult words in the very first sentence that you can't even pronounce properly? So your score is gonna go down if you speak only the first sentence. On the other hand, if you speak more sentences, then you will have more chance to speak more words accurately. The AI also checks that, the consistency with which you speak properly. So don't lower your chances just by speaking one sentence. If your English is really weak, at least aim to say around 50% of the text, if not 100%. Mathematically speaking, the more words you speak, the probability of errors you make is divided and decreased. Another simple thing that you can do when you encounter a word that you can't pronounce confidently, don't get stuck on it. Just skip it and continue. There is no penalty for skipping. So you can focus on the words you can speak precisely and clearly. Let me show you what happens when you try to read the words you can't read properly. The core of the problem was the immense disparity between the country's productive capacity of the ability to the people to consume. Did you see what happened to the oral fluency? Scores will go down. Instead, if you just skip those words that you can't pronounce properly, you will lose points for content, for sure. But your oral fluency score will be good, and that will take you to a better score, guaranteed. Let me read it again and check the score. This time, I will omit the difficult words. The core of the problem was between the country's productive and the ability of people to consume. Skip the difficult words. Now see the overall score. Do you see how much difference this simple technique can make to your score in the speaking section? Oral fluency is much more important than the content itself. You can still cross 79 plus with this technique. The next beautiful trick about getting high score in the read aloud task is controlling your velocity or your speed. When you are reading aloud, find the sweet spot, the sweet balance. Don't read it too slowly, as it might make you appear unsure and not confident, and this will impact your fluency scores severely. See the passage on the screen. Now let me speak very slowly. The core of the problem was the immense disparity between the country's productive capacity. You see what I am trying to say? See how unnatural it sounds. Please don't speak this way. Never. Otherwise, you don't sound confident at all. On the other hand, don't rush through it either. Aim for a natural, comfortable pace that you can use in a conversation. Imagine you are speaking to someone in a very fast speed. A normal human being will have trouble understanding such sentence, and this is just a software. How in the world can you imagine that it will understand when you speak very, very fast? Not possible. Let me demonstrate that for you. The core of the problem was the immense disparity between the country's productive capacity and the ability of the people to consume.
खत्म, बाय बाय, टाटा, गुड बाय, गया.
You see what I mean? Hope you got what I am trying to say here. The golden tip is speak at a moderate pace, like this. The core of the problem was the immense disparity between the country's productive capacity and the ability of people to consume, and you carry on speaking the same way till the end. The other factors, such as intonation, is not that important. By the way, intonation means modulation of your voice up and down. Just remember not to speak like a robot non-stop. I am speaking like a robot and this is why the PTAI will not give me good score. The easiest solution here is to use punctuation to your advantage. The commas, the full stop. Always try to slow down a little bit when you see a comma or full stop. That's why they are there. Automatically, your voice will be modulated. Watch me. Tom normally plays football, but today he played cricket. Later he will go for shopping. See the automatic intonation that I got while speaking. That's all you need as well. Now, there are two types of PT students. One who don't stop anywhere between commas and full stop. That doesn't make difference to them. They will say everything in one breath and only then they are going to stop, like Rajdhani Express. The second one is opposite, who overstop. They stop everywhere, randomly. Even if there is no comma, no full stops, they'll still stop. They are too relaxed, I would say. But it is wrong here and the PTAI doesn't like it. Pausing is essential for your oral fluency scores. It shows your confidence levels in the English language, and the easy part is you just have to follow the punctuation symbols as a guide to speak properly. That's it. The marks will automatically follow. Imagine if you speak like this. The core of the problem was the immense disparity between the country's productive capacity and so on. You see how incorrect it sounds. Your PTA scores will be thrashed by the PTA algorithm. I hope you don't want to be in the same situation, right? Let's move on. And another major tip for read aloud or any other speaking task is to watch your pronunciation. Mispronouncing words can lead to point deduction. Just think, how would the AI understand you if you don't speak clear words? It's a computer program. It needs clear and correct pronunciation. If you are unsure about a word, practice it in the 40 seconds given to you for preparation. Or if it is too difficult for you, just skip it. But do some hard work on your pronunciation. The tricks can't help you much there. This is the basis of a spoken language. Practice in front of a mirror with proper lip movements. I use this a lot and I used it in my exam as well in the first attempt, so that I could say the words clearly and accurately as much as possible. And the final tip to keep in mind is that the task name is read aloud, but it doesn't mean that you have to scream your voice out. In the exam hall, there are many people who believe that this is true and shout for their answers. Unfortunately, that causes a lot of distraction for others, but you can't help it. But what you can do is not to copy them and start screaming. Save your energy. You really need it. You still have your entire test to complete. Also, don't worry. The PTE headsets have built-in noise filter. So only your voice will be recorded in your microphone. Remember, this is the first question that you get in the exam. So doing well here sets the tempo, the momentum for your entire test. So keep honing your skills, stay confident, and you will be well on your way. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe, because that's the way you crack the PT exam. Goodbye and see you in the next video.